Our forefather Jacob is on a journey. He's leaving the city of Beersheba and he's venturing to a distant place called Haran. And this is a journey that is not only distant geographically, but it is a journey that is between two totally different worlds. The worlds of his parents' home, which is filled with serenity and harmony and spirituality and peace. And he was entering into the dark world of Lavan that was associated with disloyalty, dishonesty, evil, immorality, and a value system that was the antithesis of anything that he knew growing up in his parents' home. It was a difficult journey. And when it got dark en route, Vayifka b'makom, he meets the place that his father was almost sacrificed to God on, the place that was destined to be Yerushalayim, a very significant and holy place. And he lies down to sleep, and he has a vision. We know the vision of the angels that are going up and down on a stepladder. He wakes up in the morning, he says, Ein zekim beit Elokim, this is the house of God, v'zeh shar hashamayim, and this is the gateway to heaven. He has experienced the intensity of prayer. And we are told by the rabbis that Jacob specifically introduces the prayer of the night, Ma'ariv, the prayer that takes place in the darkest moments, symbolic of the fact that sometimes life is filled with challenges and difficulties and problems. And Jacob represents the power to encounter these problems and to transform them into such development and growth. And he teaches us that the recipe was first and foremost to turn to Hashem and to depend on a force bigger than ourselves to accompany us on the journey. And that process of prayer is symbolized specifically by a stepladder. Because sometimes we love to be transported to a different world by a rocket ship, by simply waking up on the other side immediately. But in order to really grow and to develop, it is the stepladder that is the metaphor. What we're reaching for today and is almost out of our reach becomes the foothold of tomorrow. We do it steadily, each day. We integrate, we own, we develop, and we digest every step of the way. It is meaningful because we encounter it, we live it, we process it, and therefore our growth affects us so meaningfully and so deeply. So Jacob teaches us that the recipes begin the dreams of life with a stepladder entrenched in the ground next to you. It's not pie in the sky, it begins with where we are, what our next move is from where we stand today. But the growth projection is Hashemayim towards the heaven. Every day affords us a new opportunity to develop upwards towards the heaven. We never ever suffice with what we have achieved. And it is specifically Yaakov who enters into this distant dark world and turns that experience into the most magnificent growth. It is there that his children are born, all of whom are committed to the mission of Israel. That is uniquely Jacob's experience. He establishes the future tribes of Israel in this dark and difficult world. Jacob is about mastery of challenge, difficulty, all the predicaments that are not so conducive to growth. But by steadily going step by step, developing and growing, attaching ourselves to Hashem, realizing that we need a force in our life that is bigger than ourselves, the darkness is transformed into an arena of tremendous growth. And that is a message for all of us. We all encounter challenging and difficult moments. The Jacob journey tells us that we can all close our eyes, can think about growth and development, can think about being attached to something higher, and may our prayers to Hashem accompany us, be answered by Hashem to ensure that we are able to transform the darkness into an arena of growth. Have a beautiful Shabbos.